If you look at the technology landscape right now, one massive company stands above the rest as the current leader of artificial intelligence. This computer chip is the reason why. Nvidia builds the complex physical brains that power almost every major AI system on the planet. Manufacturing those essential components has pushed their total company value to record-breaking heights, soaring past $4 and even $5 trillion. But a massive challenger is rapidly closing the gap. Alphabet, the parent company of Google, is gaining ground so fast that it might soon take over that #1 spot. Looking at this chart of their stock growth over a 12-month period, you can see Alphabet's steep trajectory rocketing up 162%, while Nvidia grew at about half that rate, around 80%. Alphabet's momentum comes from a completely different strategy. Instead of continuing to buy their processors from Nvidia, they are constructing a self-sufficient ecosystem, building their own technology from the ground up to make outside suppliers obsolete. To understand how Alphabet can fund this massive undertaking, we have to look at what they already own. They are expanding from a heavily fortified position. They already control the internet's most traveled roads, pulling in massive, consistent profits from Google Search, YouTube, and digital advertising. They are also successfully pushing artificial intelligence into the real world. Vehicles like these self-driving Waymo taxis are already out on city streets, proving their systems work safely in everyday life. Now, they are taking those advanced research projects and turning them into real money through the services they provide to large business customers via Google Cloud. This bar chart shows the exact financial impact. Over the last year, their cloud revenue surged by 63%. That leap helped push their total net profit up by 81%. All of these deeply established, highly profitable projects give Alphabet a nearly endless supply of cash to fight a long-term war over physical infrastructure. While the physical hardware is very crucial, the battle is also being fought over the software we use on our phones and computers. Alphabet's primary weapon here is an AI named Gemini. They designed it specifically to capture users who might otherwise turn to early leaders like ChatGPT. It costs them less to develop than rival models, and business customers are adopting it rapidly, with large-scale company signups growing by 40% recently. For a long time, the company struggled to expand because they were weighed down by heavy regulatory pressure and antitrust lawsuits. But in September, they secured a major victory in court, defeating a ruling that would have forced them to sell off the Google Chrome web browser. Removing that legal roadblock frees Alphabet to weave their new artificial intelligence directly into Chrome, instantly putting their tools in front of billions of users without hesitation. Even with great software and billions of users, the entire industry hits a bottleneck. Everyone needs physical processors to run their programs. To solve this, Alphabet is doing the exact thing that makes Nvidia nervous, designing and manufacturing their own custom physical components. Behind the CEO here is the TPU, or Tensor Processing Unit. It's Google's specialized, custom-built alternative to standard Nvidia processors. Because these boards are engineered specifically for Google's internal systems, the company no longer waits in line to buy outside parts. By forging their own specialized parts, Alphabet completes a loop of self-sufficiency. They now control the physical chips, massive server rooms, and the final software on your screen. This complete top-to-bottom control is causing an immediate ripple effect across the stock market. Alphabet's total value is $4.8 trillion, making them the second most valuable business on Earth. Looking at this comparative scale, that massive $4.8 trillion block leaves Alphabet roughly $350 billion away from overtaking Nvidia's #1 spot. Investors are noticing the shift. Recently, Nvidia's stock dipped slightly, not because their own sales were bad, but because the market realizes massive tech companies are successfully building their own hardware. Long-term dominance in this field belongs to the builder who owns every piece of the puzzle.